It's a nice day for a white wedding. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment. But this was not a white wedding. This was a red wedding because we've seen some blood and we've seen the death of Joffrey Baratheon. It was episode 2 of season 4 Game of Thrones. This one was called The Lion and the Rose. I don't think many people would describe Joffrey as a lion, but hey, if you want to go down that route, then at the moment he's looking more like a pussycat.
He did do a lot of lying though, to be fair to him, but I tell you what, been looking forward to this moment. It's one of the few moments I knew would happen. Gotta say, it's probably one of the most iconic moments in TV history, seeing the king die like this, and thought it was done very well. Good build up to it. Thought at some point it's like, right, we're just going to get this over with. We kind of know something's going to happen here. He drops, and it's like every wedding in this show, something happens.
Yeah, every wedding ends in a death, so you're better off just not getting married.
And I do love a good whodunit.
Yeah, and we'll get into that in a minute, but let's go through the other stuff here. So, on Dragonstone, what do we have? On the beach of Dragonstone, Miss Landry is presiding over a public burning, and basically, I mean, a lot of...
Jobbers.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, I think some of these people are supposed to be, like, close to Stannis. One of them, I believe, is his brother-in-law, or father-in-law, father-in-law.
It's his wife's brother.
His wife's brother, and he's getting burnt, I guess because they believe in a different religion, and they don't believe in what Miss Landry is promoting. Now,
I don't really get this, though, because Davos has buried her for about 2 seasons now. You know what I mean? More than that.
Now, why is Davos... Well, I'm not too sure why his loyalty is allowed to stand and everyone else has to die. But yeah, Davos, he doesn't agree with this. He thinks it's wrong. I mean, I guess he doesn't really try and talk him out of it because Stannis has already went through it. But Davos doesn't approve of this. And I just don't think that Davos and Stannis, I don't really see them being on the same side for much longer. How much longer is Davos going to stand by and watch this when he doesn't agree with it?
I do believe, like, if he was going to split with him, would it not have already happened by now? He's voiced his displeasure. He's been made a prisoner. He's been kind of starved. And then he's come back to him. I think Davos is in it for the long run at this stage.
Yeah, Davos is loyal, but I mean, loyalty, how long can it last?
I just hope Stannis gets word of Joffrey, man, and he goes, you know what? See this north over the wall and this magic pish? Fuck it. We're going back to King's Landing. Round 2. Let's strike while the iron is hot.
Yeah, but is King's Landing really any weaker with Joffrey being dead? Probably stronger. You know, no. You've now got the hand of the king. You've got the real man in charge.
No, that is true. Like, but you know, it's also. I guess that is. Yeah, you can argue it's stronger, isn't it? At least Stannis going to fucking. I see it. We're going north.
We get a dinner with Stannis, his wife, and Miss Landry as a third guest. Just felt awkward. They're arguing over their daughter, Princess Shireen. Selyse believes that the girl's disfigurement is a punishment from the Lord of Light, because, I don't know, her daughter's an arsehole, or she believes that her daughter's bad or evil, and thinks that she should punish her physically, but Stannis is like, you will not touch my daughter, which shows that Stannis obviously loves his daughter, I guess. But then they decide they're going to have Miss Landry speak to her instead. She doesn't seem interested. They do have this conversation. Miss Landry basically says, here, the 7 gods that you know of, all that shit's fake. There's only the god of light and the god of darkness. And that's pretty much it. And well, Miss Landry says, there is only one hell, the one we live in now. So, yeah, it just seems like... Why doesn't Miss Landry just commit suicide if she hates this fucking world
it's
so
just
much?
It's just a bunch of words, isn't it, man? I actually... I'm kind of in disbelief about how dirty they've done Stannis. It's borderline worse than Ned Stark, and he's dead.
Yeah,
like,
so...
he went from being, like... He was literally inside King's Landing. Yeah, you know, he was over the fucking wall. He was first guy up the ladder, and now he's here, dealing with half a face, his old wife, and some magic mongoloid.
Right, at the Dreadfort, what we got here, Ramsay and Miranda, they're hunting, I guess, some female. I don't.
Reek.
Yeah, Reek.
Reek a shite.
Probably Reek's a shite. I don't know, but he sets the dogs on her, and she ends up getting torn to pieces, but Reek just stands there and doesn't do anything because I guess he's pretty much trained to be Ramsay's little dog at this point.
But see, do you not feel like with Theon Greyjoy is a perfect example of how it could be so much worse for Sansa?
Alright, Sansa,
that's what I mean.
Then Rose Bolton arrives, and
Rose.
And straight away you just feel like the leadership has shifted here, and
yes, it's shifted. I don't like what he did to the Starks, but he's a good character.
Yeah, but see when Ruse walks in, or when Tywin walks in, it just fucking changes, doesn't it?
Yeah,
or when Robert walked in, or Ned, you're like, let's just feel like command respect.
Yes, and he's one of them.
Like, fucking no one respects Joffrey. They fear him because of what he can do, and with his like status, his king status, but
they don't fear his words, they fear his actions. Well, with these people, I feel like they fear their words more than their actions to a degree.
And this is something you only get with like established fucking men, into like an older. Like, as much as I like Jon Snow and I like Robert, no, not Robert, Rob. They just don't command the same respect as their older peers.
No, they don't. Yeah, it's like I think Jaime Lannister's kind of he's like stuck in the
middle.
He's in no man's land. He's
not I don't know. He's like not too young, but not too old. He's kind of just Anyway, Ramsay greets his father and his new mother-in-law or stepmother. Ruse finds out things that Ramsay's been doing, and
she was a fat fuck, by the way.
Yeah, Ruse wants to see Ramsay's captive Theon Greyjoy. He introduces him as Reek. He finds out that he's been tortured and flayed. And this pisses off Ruse. He says that Balon Greyjoy that's his sole surviving male heir to the throne. And now they've got nothing to trade because he's kind of, made him worthless because he can't, like, reproduce or whatnot. So he's pissed off, Ruse, with his son, that he would do that. But Ramsay says, it doesn't matter. I already tried to trade with Balon Greyjoy, and he wasn't interested in his son. And this just pisses off Ruse even more. He's like, what made you think that you could go and try and make a trade on my behalf? Ramsay reminds his father that you put me in charge. I was acting while you were away, but he's kind of just shot down and says, "You're not a Bolton. You're a Snow. You're a bastard."
So what is a Snow again? Is a Snow just another word for bastard?
I guess, yeah.
So Jon Snow, Ramsay Snow. I mean, everyone else is just a fucking Snow at the end of the day, but. Yeah, I mean, Roose Bolton, he commands that respect. I like the fact that he explains here, like, Tywin, he made me, Warden of the North, but he didn't say, I'm getting any help. They claim the North from the Ironborn, so I'm intrigued to see how that goes down. But also we see Theon Greyjoy, essentially.
Here, that could actually add something, because the North needs...
it needs a battle, it needs a purpose.
The North needs a bit of star power.
Like, like we said in episode 1, like, where actually are the remaining Stark soldiers?
Yeah,
they can't all be dead.
I mean,
they just need a leader.
I mean, possibly. Where are they? Where are they situated? Where are they holding up?
Yeah,
don't really know. So yeah, we get that, and yeah,
Reek shaves him. Oh, look, this is trust. He can shave me.
Yeah, could have sliced him at any time, but he decides he's not going to do that. They also find he reveals that Bran and Rickon are not dead, and that Reek just burnt some other kids, so Ruse then gives Ramsay the task of finding the Starks, because if he can find them, then, that's
no one can rally behind them.
It's a pretty good trade to have.
It is a good trade to have, but yeah, I mean, also, he wanted to get Jon Snow as well. Jon Snow, when was the last time he interacted with anybody you know, man? You're not even doing fucking hee-haw.
No, definitely, so... I mean, yeah, he wants to kill Jon Snow too, because he's got half the Stark blood, which makes sense. So,
if you're hyping up Big Ramsay, then you've got to hype up Big Jon.
Yeah, so he orders Ramsay to take Theon and an army to Moat Cailin and reclaim the fortress from the Greyjoys, and if he succeeds, Ruse will give consideration to legitimising Ramsay as a member of House Bolton. I think Ruse has been a bit harsh on his bastard son here.
Yeah, but it's kind of a trend, isn't it, though? Where bastards just get buried. It's almost like no matter how good they are, they're still a bastard. They're still a snow.
Yeah, right. Beyond the wall, all we really get is Bran Stark sleeping, and he has a dream, I guess, where he's his dog, his Grey Wolf or whatever they're called. And I mean that's pretty much it. We get a little glimpse into the future where you see a dragon flying over King's Landing.
Which probably will happen at some point, but again, it's like the only way to make these people feel interesting is to give them stuff like this. And see that group, by the way, they could see the only thing keeping them relevant is the fact they're Starks. They could have disappeared for 6 seasons and just bring back older actors, and that would have done me.
Yeah, no, definitely. So not much happening here. In King's Landing, Jaime and Tyrion, they're having dinner. And Jaime pretty much just reveals that I'm shite. I can't fight anymore.
I ain't got what it takes. I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah. Tyrion says, well, the only way you're going to get better is to train, but Jaime says he can't train with any soldiers because men talk. And first day of training, they'll realise that Jaime Lannister cannot use his left hand, and pretty much, if word got out that this guy can no longer, I mean, how could he be the Kingsguard?
Yeah.
How could he protect the king if the guy can barely hold a sword in his left hand?
Yeah, there's just no chance of it whatsoever. But I think they need to actually replace his hand that's missing with some kind of sword, some kind of contraption, because I think that would give you better leverage than with just a big gold-plated hand. He's always carrying it.
Gold-plated hand, though, could technically be... that could be a shield, couldn't it?
No, it could, but I don't think there's any harm in trying the contraption that I'm on about. Because it's like dead weight. I'll tell you what, the actor's doing a good job.
Well, you know what, maybe he just wants a gold hand, maybe... See, when you're sword fighters, well, you don't need a wee contraction, do you? But then again, when he killed Ned's number 2, he was able to stab him through the eye with his free hand.
Aye.
Now, he wouldn't really be able to do that with the gold hand.
Exactly. Yeah,
but if he did have some sort of Meryl Dixon-like weapon, you could still do that.
Yeah, I think it would be a good option to have, man. Gives you, it's like, you can be used to a blocking hand as well.
So, Tyrion then sets up a meet, and Jaime goes and starts training with Bronn. They're using training swords. Jaime says he hasn't used one since he was 9. But Bronn's going to use one, because if Jaime's going to use a real sword, then Bronn's going to use a real sword, and probably wouldn't end too well. But Bronn says that, here, you need to start fighting dirtier now, you've only got one hand. So, yeah, we'll see. Jaime has to pay for this, because I guess Bronn only works if you're giving him gold.
Which is fair enough.
Yeah, he'll take all... What do you think of Bronn?
I like him.
I like Bronn, he's a good character. Then we got Tyrion, and he just wants Shae to leave King's Landing.
You're a whore.
Yeah.
How many men have you slept with?
You could never have my kids. You are a whore. And this upsets her, but you feel like it's just Tyrion's way of pushing her away.
Absolutely.
And he gets her on the ship, and we see it sail out, or at least Bronn sees it, sails out, and he says that 100% she's on the ship. Don't worry about it. Because there was also the risk of her dying, because...
one of the handmaidens went to Cersei.
Tywin did say that the next time we seen a whore with with Tyrion, he was going to kill her, and I think Tywin's a man of his words, so I would assume that he would do it. Right, then we go to the Red Wedding, and we get all the gifts and stuff like that, and you can just see that Joffrey's like got no interest. People are bringing out gifts, and he's just sitting there bored. It's almost like he wants to see blood being spilt. He wants violence.
Yeah, you know he does. He gets his Valyrian sword. He used that to destroy Tyrion's book. He's just... I mean, he's been king for how long here, man? I mean, a decent period. You know, I don't know if it's been... Has it been years? It probably has been years in the timeline. He's just... There's no sign of maturing, this kid. There's nothing. He's bloodthirsty, and the older he gets, I feel like, honestly, the worse it's going to get. But obviously, he's not going to last too much longer. But you know what? He went out in a high, didn't he? Big Joffrey, because he gets the best. Well, one of the best parts of the episode was the Battle of the Five Kings, and we're all diddy men.
Yeah, so he wheels out some dwarfs on horses, and not real horses, but like fake horses.
I
You've
think they were
got,
played by other dwarfs, weren't they?
I believe so. I mean,
Were horse helmets on them?
I wonder if Peter Dinklage liked that. We had Joffrey, Renly, Baratheon, Stannis Baratheon, Robb Stark, and Balon Greyjoy. And they're each of the five kings in the war of the five kings. So obviously Joffrey's dwarf comes out on top, and then Joffrey says, Uncle, you should join up next since you're the same size as these guys, but he doesn't want to do it. Tyrion is...
Oh, you should do it, my king, because you fought in the Battle of Blackwater Bay. You won us the war.
Aye, Tyrion...
See the Battle of the Five Kings here, though. It's like you've got Joffrey, Renly, Stannis, Robb, and Balon Greyjoy. Who sticks out like a sore thumb? To me, it's Balon... Well, I mean, Joffrey sticks out like a sore thumb, obvious reasons. But Balon Greyjoy, what the fuck's he done?
Absolutely nothing.
He is just sat in his fucking Greyjoy castle, man.
Yep, that's it. Not
I
too
know
much.
Renly didn't... I mean, Renly was willing to get dirty, probably in more ways than one. And he just fucking got punted by Big Stannis at the road.
Tyrion tells his nephew, though, to be careful, as the champion dwarf is clearly mad with lust, and it would be a tragedy for the king to lose his virtue hours before the wedding night. And then, I mean, this kind of gets like chuckles for their guests, which just pisses off Joffrey. So he just pours wine over Tyrion's head, and he orders him to serve him more wine. He's going to be his cupbearer for the rest of the wedding. We get the cake coming out, the pie. Joffrey likes some pie. He wants to wash it down with more wine, so he tells his uncle, pour me more wine. But then we see him begin to choke, and all of a sudden, he hits the deck. You got Jaime rushing over, just pushes a few people out the way.
Joffrey!
This is his king, and also his son that's dying. Cersei comes over, and they try to help him, but I mean, it's obviously some form of poison. And we just see his face turning purple or whatnot, and he's bleeding from the mouth, bleeding from the nose, probably bloodshot eyes in there as well. And pretty much Joffrey just dies. And then at that point, Cersei turns around and looks at Tyrion. He was the cupbearer. He's poisoned him.
He done it to my son. He done it to my boy.
And Cersei orders the Kingsguard to seize Tyrion for poisoning her son, which they do.
No, they do, absolutely. I did have other few scenes in this wedding between Cersei, Tywin, and what's Pedro Pascal's character. They kind of speak in riddles, don't they, though? They kind of confront each other about past crimes and shit, but they do it without actually addressing the issue head on. Oberyn Martell,
yeah, he basically talks about all the crimes that the Lannisters commit and says, oh, well, it's a good job this place. You've shipped off your daughter to a place that's not like that.
Aye, Cersei got buried. But the thing of the matter is this. Who done it? Who killed Joffrey? A lot of questions need answered. I tell you what, man, it's a great ending because the king's dead and it's like, by God, episode 3, what's going to happen? Looking forward to it. But who's prime suspect number 1 for me? It's not Tyrion. Don't think it was him. I mean, Sansa looks a wee bit suspicious being asked, we need to leave now. Could have been that wee weird fat drunk guy. But I think that would be too... I honestly, I don't know who it could be. It could literally be anybody in Westeros here.
Could be. He's got a lot of enemies.
Who would you go with?
It'd be funny if it was Tywin. I even know it's not him, but yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'm looking forward to it. Will we get the answer in episode 3, or will it be dragged out maybe over the course of season 4? Probably
dragged out, because Tyrion, I think he's probably going to be locked up for a while.
I would imagine so. Anyway, guys, could it be Oberyn?
Could have been. It could have been Big Pedro. We'll have to wait and see, though.
Yeah, he's there for blood. He's there for revenge. So maybe it was him. Anyway, guys, rating. What are you giving it?
Yeah. See, I mean, I'm going to get a 9, right? I don't think it's not really a 9 episode, but I do think the moment Salvage is a great episode into the 9 category for me, so I'll get a 9.
Aye, I think it was kind of on par with episode 1, but I think the ending is just it's obviously a massive moment, so I'll agree with that.
Actually done very well to build the suspense.
Yeah, they did. So I'll get a 9 as well. So that's it, guys. That's a 9 out of 10. We'll catch you in the next one. Let us know your thoughts down below, and peace.